Tommy from Slaves to Gravity. Thanks
Hello,
for doing the interview today. So you've been on the road with Liquor in the Car now for a few days. How's it been travelling with the guys?
It's been really good, man. We've had, I think this is the 5th gig, and we've been going down really well every night. We've been getting a great response from the crowd. They've got really dedicated fans who have been showing up, you know, well before doors. So we've been playing to full rooms as well, which has been great. And I think we've made a lot of new friends along the way. Seeing a lot of new people walking around in Slaves to Gravity t-shirts and people showing up singing the songs, and it's been really good, man. Good experience so far.
Speaking of the tours, then you also were touring with Black Spiders at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
How was that as well?
That was cool. Yeah, but that was sort of smaller venues, and sort of in terms of our profile, we were quite a similar level to Black Spiders. So it was a different sort of vibe. It was a little bit more spit and sawdust, but it was still really cool. You know, it's just nice to be out playing.
You still find that there's older fans, like the hardcore fans,
yeah, man, there's people who stuck with us, you know, even from the old days with myself and Toshi, who were in another band before this, who have stayed with us all the way through. It's amazing how sort of our fans are about as tenacious as we are, I think.
And I was speaking of you through the old days and that, you have on your 3rd drummer now, I believe, with the band?
Yeah, we are, yeah.
Do you think that's a bit of a curse, maybe, with the drummer?
I think there was a bit of a bumpy spot there, but I don't think it's a curse as such. I mean, our original drummer Jay, who we've been playing with for many years in a couple of other bands, I mean, his dad got sick, had a stroke, and he left the band. To be honest, I think that there maybe been a bit of a feeling where he'd been thinking of leaving for some time anyway, but you know, you never know why these things happen. But that was sad, and you know, it felt like a really big deal, and we kind of met with lots of different people, and we kind of got Gemma into the band for about 5 months, and it just didn't work out, man. I mean, I think there was a lot of natural talent there, but natural talent's not really anything unless you've got a work ethic to back it up. Because, you know, no matter how good you are, you've got to really be professional and just work hard at what you do to improve all the time, and just playing is only one bit of that, and she kind of didn't ever quite click her mind into gear and present the whole package. And then we were blessed with meeting Jace, who's just, you know, I think really revolutionised the band's sound and the way we approach things, because he's got, you know, again, a really strong work ethic, great attitude, and he just smashes the shit out of his drums, which gives us a real kick up the arse, you know, makes us all play 20% harder and want to push ourselves to be a better band.
New sound then, can we expect the album hitting the shelves soon?
It's coming, it's done. We've got a new single that just came out on Monday, on the 27th of September, which you can get on iTunes and Amazon and play.com. And then that's kind of the first cut proper from the new album. There's a video as well that's floating around for that on Scouts of Kerrang and YouTube and stuff. And then the album's probably going to be coming around in sort of January, February time. At the moment we're not in a deal. We released, I don't know if you know, but we released the first album a couple of years ago ourselves through our own label, which was self-financed, but you know, people don't have the same sort of money that they had 3 years ago anymore to throw at rock bands, so it's, you know, been a bit of an uphill graft. But we're talking to a few different labels and trying to figure out, you know, the best way we can release the album so it has the maximum amount of impact, and in the meantime, you know, we have a single out, we're touring as much as we can, and we're heading out with Alter Bridge on the 16th of October as well, around the UK, straight off the back of this tour. So just constantly, you know, trying to play and build the fan base, and then hopefully by sort of, you know, early next year we'll be ready to land with a new record.
With the new record, then, can you describe the sound a bit different to? Totally different to the first record, or?
Well, it's not totally different. Like we've become a mariachi band or something. You know, it's still a rock and roll band at heart, but I think it's been a big step forward in our songwriting, in our musicianship, in the overall production. We worked with a producer who pushed us really hard to go that extra mile and dig deeper than we we would have done having self-produced as we did on the first album. So I think it's definitely, you know, pushed us into being a little bit braver and into finding our own voice more, and perhaps leaning a little bit less on our influences. I think it's there's definitely some pretty bold steps in various directions, I think, as you listen to the new album.
Are you happy about people downloading music, or do you prefer to buy a hard copy CD? Yeah?
Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with downloading as long as people pay for it. Because I mean, it's downloading is here and it's not going to go away. I think it's kind of a bit foolhardy to sort of act like it might. I still like to buy hard copy stuff. I'd still buy vinyl if they made it all the time, because I like the, you know, the tactile nature of holding something in your hand, and it seems to have more meaning and weight to it, you know, for me. But then I'm kind of coming from the old school. But I buy downloads as well, but I do buy them. I think, you know, it's being in a band, you realise how much it affects what you do when people don't pay for your music, you know. We're not all rolling around in Ferraris, contrary to popular belief, so it would be nice if people on the whole realise that a bit more, and realise the importance of paying for, you know, what is a lot of blood, sweat and tears that goes into making a record.
Alright, thanks a lot for doing the interview today.
No problem, man.